Alright guys, welcome back to another shoulder day. Or delts, whatever you want to call it. So, you see me starting off, and like I said, I don't want to bore you with the warm-up, so usually start off with the 135, well, whatever the weight is with the Smith machine. I usually start off with a 35 on each side. Sorry, a 45 on each side. Sorry, still a little early for me over here. But yeah, for warm-up, start off with a 45 on each side, and then throw in a quarter to actually do a working set. You can see I am using the fat grips once again. Not sure if it's gonna benefit me with this, but I'm gonna give it a try pretty much with most movements that I can try and use them for. See what happens, see if I get a development even off a press. So I did feel it activated my forearms a bit, but not sure how beneficial it was. So saw me jump to 2 plates on each side, and here we go, 2 plates and a quarter. I should have tested this out a little sooner to see if my big ugly arm was going to be in the way, but whatever. You can see the gist of what I'm trying to show you. Just, you can go heavier with the Smith. That's why I like it. You can rack it yourself. You don't have to worry about it. They did have a regular military seated press, and I'm not sure if I'm just not seeing it or if they moved it, but pretty sure they just moved it because hardly anybody was using it. With working out alone, when I was younger, going to different gyms where I had a workout partner, I would definitely do the seated military press. Just liked it better, free range of motion. But now, when I want to go heavy, I use the Smith machine or I use the dumbbells just because I can throw them off to the side. And I actually started with pressing. I know I said in the last video I usually start with the side laterals. Well, just want to show you that I do switch it up occasionally, just so keep your body guessing. Start off your at your freshest when you first walk into the gym. So do a little bit of work, a little bit of a warm up, and then go into a movement that you really want to hit and you really want to specialize that day on. So that's why I started with the pressing and moved over to the laterals. I don't think I'll ever do a shoulder workout without doing side dumbbell laterals, just because I feel that it targets it the best. And actually, you're gonna see a little bit later, I do another side lateral movement, but it's not dumbbell. So yeah, be prepared. And yeah, so I mean, not much to say on this. Just you want to make sure that you're getting a contraction. You're getting that pump that you're looking for, and people can get that by throwing around big weight. I know you see Rich Piana and all those old videos throwing around some serious weight when it comes to the side laterals. I just don't feel it works as well. So I keep it kind of light and just work more on the form. Occasionally I'll do single arm dumbbells even, but usually it's the double. Keeps you balanced, and it's a staple. It always has been. So for reverse, I did go over to the reverse pec decks. The last video I used the cables, single arm. And I am using the fat grips again. Once again, I'll be using them in for pretty much everything I can just to see what happens, but I'm not sure how beneficial it'll be with certain movements. But with the pec deck, I do like doing them for delts. I feel I don't have to concentrate as much on targeting the delt. It usually does it for me, and I could just throw on a little bit more weight, just because I can actually counter the weight that I'm doing with the other side. If I'm doing the single arms, it's harder because I'm using one arm to stabilize myself, usually holding on to the actual cable machine, or even if I'm doing bent over rows. If I'm doing bent over rows, I can go pretty heavy with, but then sometimes the form I feel lax. So I'll even put one foot up on the bench and I'll bend over so my stomach is actually resting against my quad, or even doing lying bench rear laterals for the reverse delts. And this machine, I know it's usually for side laterals, which I'm going to jump into in a sec, but a long time ago at this gym, which I've only been there for probably about 3 years now, but I saw someone doing front raises like this, and I thought, you know what, it's a pretty good idea. Let me give it a shot. And I do use this from time to time. I don't always do front delts with a shoulder workout, depending on how soon before my chest workout, how crazy my chest workout was. If I did a lot of incline, I just don't feel it's as necessary. It's probably one of the least necessary movements to do on any day, just because you hit it so much when you're doing your pressing, when you're doing your incline bench, even when you're doing your flat bench a little bit, it's incorporated a little. So I do fronts, and it's more about how I'm feeling on that day. But if you're still trying to develop everything all around, go for it. It's better to do it than to not do it, unless of course if you're injured. But yeah, I enjoy this machine. I'll do I'll do front raises pretty much with anything. Cambered bar, straight bar, cables, single arm cables. Even with a Smith machine, keep your grip a little bit wider. Keep it a little bit closer if you want to hit traps. Keep it a little bit wider, about elbow width apart. So when you're at the top of your movement, your wrists are right below your elbows, and it works. You're able to do a little bit heavier weight, but like I said, with how often I do these, or how inoften I do these, I don't feel it as necessary. And you can see I'm jumping into side laterals and not doing dumbbells. This machine can work. It all depends on if I'm getting that mind muscle connection, which I usually do. It's if I might not feel it for a certain set, I could be distracted. It could be people walking by, and you're just not concentrating as much, or you're talking with someone. But it's all about mind muscle connection, and that goes true for any body part, any exercise that you're doing. So don't don't stress if you didn't feel like you get a good workout on one individual set, or even the whole workout. You just might not be into it. Life happens, and that's gonna happen. So there are times where I feel like I'm just going through the motions when I'm at the gym, and it's more about my mood that day. Trust me, miss a day, miss 2 days, miss 3 days, in planned. Not saying that you just didn't feel like going to the gym, because that never happens. I will never do that. But there are times where I feel my body needs a little extra rest, or I have stuff to do. I have a 4-year-old son, so there are certain things that I want to do with him. Or you know what? There's a tournament. If I'm doing a tournament, I don't need to go to the gym, because that's my gym for the day. And trust me, I will be hurting after that. And I don't go to the gym on practice day, unless if I'm doing legs, I'll go to the gym. But on practice days, which is usually Wednesday nights or Sunday mornings, I I don't feel it necessary, because I'm already getting in my workout, and hopefully not boring you too much here with some more shrugs, more traps. But like I said in my other videos, I'm just trying to develop my traps a bit more. They were bigger when I was younger, or maybe I thought they were bigger, but I've lacked recently, so I'm doing them definitely with chest and back. Sorry, I'm definitely doing them with shoulder workout and back workout, and I even did a full trap and calf workout not too long ago. It's just one of those body parts where if you at least for me, when I'm seeing a mass monster at the gym and they have big traps like mountains on top of their shoulders, that's what I want. That's what I want to look like. Do the things that do the things that the people do that you want to look like. If you want to gain size, if you want to get cut, in which actually I was 306 in July. Right now it's what, October 18th, and I am down to 268. Just weighed myself, so you'll see in the coming videos that it will be a bit lower. So last year I got down to 217. So I can go up and down very easily, just about keeping as much muscle as possible. So I've brought down my fats, and I've increased my protein. So you'll be seeing a different physique coming. I didn't care too much about it this past year, just because I wanted to get as big as possible, as strong as possible for arm wrestling, for being on the table, just because I knew I wasn't going to get down to the heavyweight class, so might as well just give it my all in the super heavyweight. But pretty sure I'm going to get down to the heavyweight class, so you'll be seeing a new me in upcoming videos.